Angelo?
This is Ryan.
Hello?
This is Ryan. I think I'm in.
Oh my god. Okay, you're in now. Okay, let's see who this is.
Angelo.
Awesome.
Yes.
Angelo,
Yeah.
can you hear Ryan? Ryan?
Can you hear me, Angelo?
I can hear you, Ryan. What's up, man? Okay, good. We're here.
All right, we did it.
Okay, Chris will be you guys in a minute. I'm going to put you on hold so you guys can do your interview.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Are we just supposed to get started here?
Go ahead and start.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Okay, so I just start shooting. Okay. Apologize for all the technological mishaps.
It's all right. It happened.
So I'm just going to ask a few questions, and you could please feel free to speak at length. I'm going to be recording it, and the print transcription will be available in the December 1st edition of our magazine and online for free, and then there'll be an audio version later.
Hello?
Oh,
Okay.
we have another.
So that's
Hi,
it over there.
everybody.
What's up, man?
Hey.
You know. You, sometimes me.
Right. Sometime us. It's all about us,
And okay,
Yeah.
so
What's going
let's start here. Well, what are your guys' names, and where are you currently?
Angelo, you want to go first?
My name is Angelo Moore,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm from Woodland Hills, California.
Okay.
Los Angeles, California. Yeah.
And
And I'm singer and saxophone player for Fishbone. That's right.
yeah, that's right. No, I was just wondering if you're on the road right now.
Oh, no, man. We're here at
no.
home.
We're
Go
here.
ahead, Chris.
I'm Chris Dowd, multi-instrumentalist, songwriter, producer, founding member of Fishbone.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
my God. Wait a minute. Can I introduce myself again?
Yeah. Let's do a second introduction here.
Okay, well, you could I just say Angelo Moore and what Chris said. Okay, yeah.
Very good. So, who's in the current iteration of the band?
Myself and Angelo. James Jones fourth on bass. We met James when we were on tour with George Clinton, and
Wow.
he was in a band that was part of that tour. That was a band that was touring on that iteration of George Clinton tour. Same with the trumpet player J.S. Williams.
Cool.
Hassan came by way of Angelo. He played with Bruce Riley's band, The Coup,
Nice.
and other, he grew up around every heavy musician in Oakland you could imagine. Larry Graham and Prince and the Escobedos, and so he's from that whole mix of those musicians. And then God, I don't know how you would. The best way I could describe Space TT is it's like several layers to that description, because before we had a record deal and we were just playing around Los Angeles, we saw Tracy's band Soundberry, and for myself, it was kind of like, wow, we're not weird. We can do this. We don't have to play, we don't have to have a jazz band, cover band, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or have Prince be like the lone sort of representative of something that's kind of like an influence for us musically, because we were listening to a lot of different stuff, and we were discovering reggae and all types of, harder rock stuff and punk rock stuff. So he was kind of like, his band Soundberry was kind of like one of those things, like the Bus Boys. When we saw him the first time, we were like, oh my God, we're not wrong.
Yeah.
And then, that Bad Brains record came out, and it was like, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really, that was kind of like, we are truly not, you know what I mean? It's like when humanity's like, we are not alone in the universe.
Yeah, we are not alone. There's Sound Barrier and the Bad Brains, and let us know that it was okay to be black in the rock.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, and there's some music that was just not considered. Like, this is what black people do.
Mm-hmm.
They only do this one thing, and that's it. We're just a one-trick pony.
Mm-hmm.
Do the flip and the twirl, and that's it.
Yeah.
And so,
That's right. But we do more than flipping and twirling, and we can actually disappear and reappear right out of the middle of the hat and everything, and pole vault and all that kind of shit, pop, lock, break band.
Yeah.
Which those other bands let us know that we could do.
Yeah.
And Angelo built spaceships, and it's incredible.
So how do you feel about the current live version of the band? Do you guys feel like really confident about how all the newer players are going? And everything like that?
Okay, that's just a weird question.
Really?
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, because it's like,
How do we
if you
feel
were
about
doing
it?
porn and somebody was like, "How you feel about the size of your penis?"
Oh, I'm sorry.
I feel pretty good.
All right.
I feel pretty good, actually. I got it.
I don't know. How do you feel? How did it look on screen? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't. Have you seen us play with this iteration of this lineup?
That's
Well,
right.
I've
We
seen
got a new
video
penis
versions.
enlargement operation going on there.
I
know this.
definitely didn't mean
But,
any to imply anything. I was just
Well, metaphorically speaking, yeah.
I wasn't even taking it that way. I just think it's just like, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just a weird question. It's like, how do you judge yourself? I mean, I don't know. I mean, you have
man,
to
you know what?
you think.
sure.
You know what, dude? Yeah, I know exactly. Right? Yeah, we should be asking you that because, I'm already blown away that Fishbone has made it metaphorically. That we have made it through the black hole. It's like we have successfully steered the USS Fishbone through the black hole without scraping the sides,
Yeah, exactly.
and miraculously made it through to the other side. Right?
With very
Yeah,
little
and
damage to the whole of the ship.
Right. And some of the guys that were on the ship, they got left behind. They got stretched into particles, and we never saw them again. And some of them, they were able to like laugh with us and
pretend like they're not there.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, the band is an entity.
Yeah,
you know?
wasn't there a guy here before, and didn't he?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, now
You know, it's really,
I'm all.
it's really trippy. Last night I was up because I'm kind of a vampire and I stay up super late, like always writing songs.
Yeah.
So, I was watching the Stones documentary. And they were, and I've seen like every Stones documentary you can imagine. Like,
Yeah.
seriously, like all of them. And it was some interesting stuff in there because they were talking about, posthumously they made this documentary after Charlie Watts died, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, posthumously Charlie Watts. And I'm like, okay, cool. Because, I mean, it's like I love the Stones. It's like, the same way Keith Richards talked about Mick Jagger is the same way I feel about Angelo.
Yeah. Sure.
Matter of fact, I'll put Angelo up against Mick Jagger any day.
As would I.
And Iggy.
Well, thank
Yeah,
you, man. I
and you
appreciate
can have
that.
them both. You can have both of them on the stage, and I watch Angelo wear their ass out. So that's real. Like, I'm serious. Like, look, and I love Iggy Pop, and I really love Mick Jagger. Like, really,
Yeah.
no.
Me too.
Angelo is like, y'all need to, but it's hard to say because Angelo's not 80. So it's just like, hopefully
I
he's
know.
not like, we haven't turned into dust by that point. But I would definitely take Mick Jagger in his prime and Angelo and go head to head and see what happens. I just like
That's why, hey Chris, that's why I've started my celery watermelon juice diet.
Yeah.
I started it yesterday. It's fucking rough, dude. I was on my way to this music seminar this morning, and that celery's a bitch, man. It has no mercy when you're behind the wheel in traffic.
I told you that, though.
I'm like, whoa, dude.
I told you, you got to be careful because you could have a blowout.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and I almost did. Oh, God. Okay, I digress. Yeah, man, you know what? We're happy with the new lineup.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
All right, good. So tell me about your new album. Tell me about your newer album.
What?
The one.
I mean, for me personally, I just think I don't know. I mean, I guess I think it's a masterpiece. But that's just me. I love
it is.
Good.
I love that me and Angelo kind of came together under a lot of duress and evolution and pain and sadness and trauma and joy and sadness and sadness and sadness.
Yeah. Tell you, man, losing your friends in the black hole transition is a bitch, man. It's kind of like, whoa, I can't believe he got stretched that far. Yeah.
Okay. This how I could explain it. Okay, you remember that movie Interstellar? Because I love sparing my life movies.
Perfect analogy.
Some Peter Sellers shit. Being there. So, like how Matt Damon leaves and he's gone for like 45 minutes and he comes back and then Angelo's like 100 years old. And he's like, I was just here half an hour ago.
I know, that's what I know.
That's what it feels like. It feels like we're in Interstellar. Yeah. And the time is not horizontal, it's linear.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty wild, man. It really is.
I feel really good about Stockholm Syndrome because I think it's, it will be this happened. Okay, you know how Van Gogh died and all of a sudden everybody's like, he was amazing. He was the greatest artist of all time.
Right.
Right? That's what's going to happen to me and Angelo, and I accept it. It's just like, you know what? When they realize what we've done will be like, worm food.
Oh, man.
That's so fucked up.
Maybe not,
Yeah.
I know, maybe not. But really, we're trying to get there before we're worm food, man. We really, but on our way there, man, we are trying our best to get everyone to know that we still exist and we mean business, and we're here to tell it like it is, because we've always been tellers of the future. Somewhat, it just seems to end up like that, and so we still got a lot more to say, and people always keep telling me, and I'm sure they tell you, Chris. I'm glad you guys are around. Stick with it. Y'all are really important. Everybody's listening to y'all. You guys are telling it like this. We need you guys and stuff. And so I hope that what that means is that we won't be worm food by the time we get our accolades, whatever that means.
I agree.
Like what is famous? What is rich? Does rich really mean financially rich, because there's financially rich and then there's spiritually rich, and you have all these different interpretations of what rich is.
Yeah.
And so, rich to me is just being able to do your music and spread your message like you know it, like you like it, without bending for anyone, because your message that you relay, which is your life experiences, especially as a black man in white society, can be challenging and sometimes even threatening, which makes people run in the other direction, unless you have people who are willing to hear it and face it and swallow it raw. And that's what Fishbone has been to me.
Yeah.
And hopefully it can continue to be that way, with people who believe in us and stuff like that.
Well, y'all have been so ahead of the curve for so long, and like y'all have like always with your music. I'm sure I'm just telling this. You already know this, but I'm saying it. Y'all have been so ahead of the curve with your music from the very beginning. You were always anticipating things that were always going to happen next. And so, what interests me so much about what you do, from my point of view, is that you've always refused to just get a cookie cutter and shove it into a cookie cutter and force it to be that way. And you've always embraced what I would think is a really avant-garde kind of attitude, even though you have lots of pop energy too. Like, you've always embraced this cutting edge thing, and that is what's so important about what I feel about what you do. That's how I feel about it.
Right on.
Well, thanks. I think it's just
thank you.
It's part and parcel of being an artist and wanting to be an artist that is creating something that is singular.
Right. Right.
Again, to go back to like the Stone thing, so I'm like watching this doc, and then the judge is like, well, we were calling ourselves a blues band in the beginning and stuff. That's how we were getting gigs. But they knew we were this, we were a rock band, which is really everything. And I'm like, don't get to say that, and we've been saying it forever, and it's just, and whatever. So but here's the thing, and I feel very different than Angelo. I don't blame. It's like if you're one of one, you have to be able to accept the fact that maybe you're traveling at light speed and everybody else is sort of, in slow motion. You just kind of hope that whatever it is that you connect with those who are listening with an emotional vent, and as well as spiritual and creative,
and especially creative, especially creative with you guys.
Yeah, especially
like.
And so I don't think I blame. I think it's like even where we are now as a country, I don't blame. Like, it's kind of obvious, you know what I mean? Like the last poet said a long time ago, the white man's got a God complex. But I think people and trust fund kids and the entitled have a God complex.
Mm-hmm.
And I think our problem with all of them is just like how you gonna have more importantly than like whatever you sort of like market, how you like to judge your worth in the marketplace is okay. That's one thing, but it's not really a fair analogy, because one part of the society have this thumb on the scale at all times.
Yeah.
And misdirection at all times. And so on and so forth. It's, and I don't know. I think you just kind of have to accept the responsibility that we were never going to kiss the ring.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
We were never going to kiss somebody's ass, or like we really were like we stand on the music. So like it could be whoever. It's just like and so if you do that, then you be prepared with the fact that maybe your record's not going to be put on this display at Tower Records next to Bon Jovi or what. I don't know. And I'm not trying to shit on Bon Jovi or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, whatever society says that this is, what we can sort of accept and exalt as a society because it's non-threatening and it's not really saying shit. And sure, it feels good and it's a good time, but in the essence of what you sort of stand for as a human being and wants to leave a mark and stand up for the people that cannot stand up for themselves, that it may not always work out. And that's cool. You can take them lumps. Again, we were never going to kiss ass to begin with.
Yep.
Well, and you don't
never sucked a dick. Never took it in the ass for a movie part.
You don't
but,
have any.
I wanted to say something though.
Okay, go ahead.
I think that I was thinking about this just the other day. Well, maybe not the other day, probably like about a month ago now. And I've always thought about it, but it has reoccurred in my mind because now we have an album called the Stockholm Syndrome. The biggest form of Stockholm Syndrome is the dollar bill.
Oh, yeah.
Especially for people of color in America. Because the dollar bill has a picture of a slave master on there, right? So when I look at the dollar bill and if you're living on the grid, you use this thing for everything. You use it to buy your food, pay your rent, your gas, all the things that you need to live on the grid in this society. You're praising your captor, whether you like it or not, unless you just want to live off the grid and be homeless. And even if you're homeless, you're still out there trying to collect that money because you need it to buy food. So in essence, you're praising your captor if you're living in society on the grid. And I was like, wow, man, that's America and damn near every country on the planet is in a form of Stockholm Syndrome because they are praising their captor, the face of the person on the dollar bill who has captured our society and our people, and we have to work for this piece of paper with this person's face on it in order to live on the grid. And that's another form of Stockholm Syndrome to me. I want to put that out there, man.
I mean, that's an excellent.
Well, what you're really describing is indentured
slavery.
Indentured slavery. Like, I willingly go into this thing because this thing says I'm worth this much if I do these things.
This, that, and the other, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, trippy.
Something else, man.
You've done the hard.
But that's what's happening, though. So the Stockholm Syndrome covers a wide range of things underneath the umbrella of Stockholm Syndrome, praising your captor.
Mm.
It's not like we want to do it. We have to in order to, if we want to live here comfortably, or something like that,
Yeah.
And it was also coming up with this with the title. It's also on several levels, personally as well, creatively. Angelo and I felt as though we were in a captive situation creatively that needed to be shed.
Mm.
you know, when you finally come to the epiphany that, what's that movie from the 70s? The killer is in the house. Get out. Get out of the house. They're in the house.
What movie was that? Oh my God! What the fuck was that? So it's like it's a lot of movies, but yeah, there's one particular one in the 70s that had that shit going on.
Get out of the house.
Yeah, man. So, I'm thankful that we made it this far, and we still got more to go.
Yeah.
We're putting together tunes for the next record.
That's right, Carol Ann.
All right.
Carol Ann, look into the light, Carol Ann.
Yeah.
It's
Poltergeist, yeah, one of my favorite movies, Poltergeist.
Angelo Moore is Carol Ann.
Yeah. Carol Ann Moore.
I look pretty as a light, don't I?
But we're also in an age. Fishbone we have also turned into a do-it-yourself entity.
Yeah.
For the most part, we were able to get our masters back up until a certain point. Isn't that how it goes, Chris? The manager that we got, we was able to get us our masters, full control of our masters on this particular release, and I think we have a certain percentage on all of the stuff before this, if I'm correct. I don't know. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep, our government has Stockholm syndrome, definitely.
Yeah.
Like the 7 Democrats that just voted to
in
the shutdown.
They just caved.
Yeah, they have Stockholm syndrome big time because they're in love with their jailers as well.
That shit made no sense at all.
Whoever their corporate sponsors are.
Yeah.
We paid for those votes. We better do what we say do or else.
Wow, dude. No shit. So 7 Democrats voted to lift the government shutdown.
Yeah.
Yep.
They voted to.
I didn't know that. I missed that.
They voted to let everyone's health care double. They voted to let everyone's health care double.
Everyone's health care has gone up 118%.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. That was. I don't want to get off on a tangent. Yeah.
Not that
not that I mind you talking about it at all.
we had it at all.
Right.
No, but this is part of the Fishbone way, though.
That's true.
Seriously.
Yeah. Well, I had a question. I mean, I feel like you already answered it for the most part, but I was going to specifically ask, like...
Oh, part of the Fishbone way to talk... You mean part of the Fishbone way to talk about it?
Oh, you can talk about it as much as you want. I don't care.
Yeah.
Talk about whatever you want to.
Don't start no shit, Angelo.
I'm not cutting anybody off.
I was looking at this thing on YouTube.
I'm honored to be talking to you.
I was looking at this thing on YouTube the other night. This thing on YouTube the other night about Trump being a part of Bible prophecy, which I can see how that's true, because everything that Trump is doing and has done is so out of the ordinary and so wicked and so ridiculous, and it has nothing to do with any type of peace, love, or the Ten Commandments, or the Constitution. It has nothing to do with any of that, man. So it's almost like it's on some biblical shit. It's like when Moses was leading, what was it, all of Israel through the Red Sea before the Red Sea crashed down on everybody. Well, Trump is Joker leading everybody into the Red Sea. Because, Trump is an entertainer, first and foremost. That's how come he's got everybody's attention. That's why he's doing what he's doing. Because everybody loves entertainment. America's an entertainment-based culture. And so everybody, for the most part, a lot of people watch TV and they believe it. That's why you got people who think they didn't go out and they go shoot up a school or a church and then just turn the channel and be okay with it and get away when that ain't reality. But, so you got Trump was just a joker and he's leading everybody through the Red Sea and shit. And then once everybody gets in the middle of the Red Sea because they think Trump is the savior, because people have said Trump is their savior. But what's going to happen is they're going to get into the middle of the Red Sea. He's going to turn around with his little joker face, and he's going to laugh at everybody, and he's going to pull the ripcord, and the sea is going to fall down on everybody. And that's what the fuck's going to happen. And that's the way it's looking now. And I'm not falling. That's how come I myself, and Chris can write about this asshole. Because we see past the makeup, we see past the clown face. We can see past it. I mean, that would be like me. That would be like motherfuckers elected me for president. Motherfucker, I got clown tattoos all over my body, but do you think I want to be president? Hell, motherfucking no. I'm an entertainer. I write poetry. I may be telling the future here and there, but do I want to be president? Oh, no, man. You need to get somebody who is way more serious and straight to the point than me. And that's real. I may be telling the truth in a lot of ways, but I'm not one to say that I'm worthy of getting up there and running the goddamn country. I'm far from it. I can definitely tell you the people that I see who's fucking up and doing wrong to their neighbor, their mother, their mama. They're not showing love to nobody. They don't care about nobody. Man, Trump don't give a fuck about no motherfucking body. And he must really have a lot of people in high places by the short and curlies. Because what'd you say? They just had 7 Democrats vote to lift the goddamn lift the shutdown of the government. Man, you know what? They needed a gun pulled to their head. What was it? The Republicans? They needed a gun pulled to their fucking head because the Republicans they wouldn't listen to nobody and they wasn't doing shit. Like, what else you gonna do?
Yeah, they wouldn't even hold a vote.
You gotta pull a gun to a motherfucker's head, man.
They wouldn't even hold a vote to vote it down. They were just not gonna fucking talk about it whatsoever. That's what was. I didn't want myself to go on a tangent. I'm comfortable with y'all going on a tangent if you want to. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, because I've been pissed off about this.
This is a conversation. I don't know. For me, I'm gonna say this. I'm having a very hard time with the entire idea of what this country was founded on, who is the representative of, Christianity as a whole, Jesus. I'm having a very hard time with the whole concept of Jesus right now, because I think if it can be so easily weaponized against the poor and the disenfranchised, then I have to be like, I just, if that's what Christianity is, then I'm not a Christian. It's that simple. Because I don't believe that is anything, that there's nothing godly about this iteration of Christianity or what these people are using to subjugate those who are less fortunate. And if somebody thinks that these leaders in this country represent that, then they got a fresh room in hell waiting for your ass. There is a hell. If there's a hell, they got to. It's gonna be real sulfury in your sweet.
Yeah.
sulfury, a sulfury sweet.
It's gonna a sulfury sweet for your ass, because this is just fucked up. It's just been, I don't know. I feel like I'm going on a tangent, but man, this subject, bro. It's like,
hey, but it's okay. You know why? Because it's okay to go a tangent. It's okay to go on a tangent on these interviews because they matter.
I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I'm loving this because
it's an you know what the thing is? It's an opinion, and I get it. It's my opinion. I strongly believe in it, but I don't think it's like a singular, just my opinion. Of course not, because I think everybody that watches this and is kind of surprised by people that they have respect for, or people that they thought stood for, you know, um, some sort of like clarity, or I want more morality. Just seems like such a I don't know, an ugly word right now. Morality.
mm,
So like according to who? Like, you know, Hitler's playbook, because they felt they had the moral high ground to sort of put people in cages and blame one section of society, and then you look around and you think like, wow, so all these Jewish people went through this genocide and 6 million of them died, and then now they want to go and kill a segment of their society. And I'm not trying to excuse what initiated this, but it's just like, it's just a lot of fugazi shit going on. Look at Trump's assassination. It's like somebody tried to kill him, and then we never talk about it again.
I know. Hold up. What about the big fucking square? What about the big square piece of paper he had on his ear?
Hey, buddy, that's what I'm talking.
That shit ain't real.
It happened, and then we never talked about it. There's no trial. There's no investigation. There's nothing. None. Seems a little.
I know.
It seems a little more than suspect.
Yeah, no shit. They just shoot that shit up. Or what about what is it? 3 people that just got hung in Mississippi, or some shit like that, or around that in there or around that area. They don't even talk about that shit on the news.
You mean what I sent you? That thing I sent you? You saw that? Yeah.
I think so. I gotta look at it again.
It didn't happen in Mississippi. It happened in California, in San Bernardino. It's happened in a couple of places where black people have just mysteriously hung themselves.
Oh, God.
Yeah, just, I just happened to be walking down the street and ended up with a rope around my neck hanging from this tree. It's so weird.
Yeah, there's a rope. Let me go jump in it. Let me just go jump off the little trampoline and see if I can, like, fucking make my head go right through the noose right there for fun, everybody.
But see, that's what happened. And the thing is, Hold on,
you know what I just looked up, Chris? You know what I just looked up, dude?
Hey.
I just looked up the definition of morality. Principles concerning the distinction between right and wrong, or good and bad behavior. Morality, right? And you got some motherfuckers that believe that what we would think is bad, they think it's good. Sorry, man. I just had to go to the dictionary for that.
How are you going to? Let's say, how are you going to, look at Clarence Thomas? You are a direct recipient of diversity, equity, and inclusion in the Supreme Court. I mean, I'm sure definitely he had to pucker those lips and get those jaws stretched out real good to get the support he needed in the Senate or whatever. I'm sure he just got down on his black ass knees and got to sucking. However, you have so then you have to load people that were like you that are coming up after you, because you had to go through getting on your knees. So now you were the whooping post. Now you get to whip someone. It's just, that shit is crazy. It's insane, and it's pervasive in society. Um, you know, and I guess, whoever is in power, what they say goes. Because, now you can just hire your kids and other unqualified nitwits.
Right, because as long as they got the big check of money coming in and a high powered gun that they see on the video game that they done got in the mail, that's all that matters, man. That's how some people's minds are. They get the big crazy check of money to be in ICE, and then they get all of the firepower that they need. Hell, motherfucker, that's playing some God shit right there. You don't even need to use your brain after that.
That's somebody. You're Latin. You got this mask on, and you're like, I came to the country illegally. Well, how about, speaking of Christianity, how about a little, empathy for your brothers and sisters, and maybe for the fact that they didn't have the opportunity or the means, or it was situational, what was happening to them in their country. I figure if a motherfucker's got to run to America for some freedom and some peace, they must have left something really fucked up to come.
Really fucked up. Yeah. No shit.
And
then they come here. They come here to get the work. So the whole ice reference that we just did. Check Secret Police on the record. It's right there, man. It's self-explanatory in the song.
Mm. And all of this energy and all of these observations you're making, they all fed into this album. Like you took all this,
man.
Yeah.
Like how could you, as a human being, as another human being, how could you? I don't know how. I mean, this is like dude's first term. Remember them putting up those, like that barbed wire or whatever shit was, when people were crossing the Rio Grande, they were basically drowned.
Mm.
Like, how do you do that? How does that work?
There's just cruelty.
You know what I mean? How does that work? Yeah, cruelty for cruelty's sake. I wish they put Ivanka's ass out there in that water. I really do. Erica Kirk, who God knows how many dicks she had to suck to get where she is. Jesus.
Oh, yeah. Have you heard the dirt on her, that bitch now?
She must have like the most powerful kneecaps in the game.
She get on her knees and start sucking. When the motherfucker ain't looking, she just pull out the vacuum cleaner from around the corner and put the vacuum cleaner on the motherfucker's dick and turn that on.
Exactly.
That's how you get fooled, motherfucker. Good God, it's just so fucking horrible.
This is why. I mean, of course we hate black people. We have, the level of the ingenuity we have to have and intelligence in a country.
Oh, Chris, you're breaking up.
Yeah, you're breaking up, man.
Only to be incarcerated.
Hey, Chris, say that again, man. You just came in on incarcerated. Say that one more time.
I'm saying, do you understand the level of ingenuity that people have to survive in a country that you built? Hold on a second. Yeah, 10. To survive in a country that you built, and and when we came out of reconciliation and the grand bargain was made with the South, we can't let them have shit, so now we sharecropping, and then we survive that. And then, we gonna feed you the scraps. And then we make the scraps taste like, the Michelin star shit. Excuse me, and then, shit, they survived. That is like, don't y'all realize y'all fucking with black magic?
I know.
It's never gonna work out. It's never gonna work out.
Yeah.
you know, like I have to tell people all the time, it's just like, shit, you can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man, motherfucker.
Yes, Lord. That's right. That's right. See, and this is why everybody needs to listen to this interview. Make sure they buy all the they buy all the Fishbone shit, and they also need to get everybody in the band's solo shit too. By the way, okay. Chris, tell them about your record real quick. Tell them about the CD orchestra. Go ahead, tell them, man. Tell them, man. Tell them, man.
I don't, I'm good with sticking on. What else do you want to talk about, bro?
Yeah, go ahead.
I've said it all.
Well, I mean.
Okay, because you need to know. You need to know that.
And
okay,
I've said everything I need to say and then some. So.
Well, I was just going to ask
okay,
about. I was just going to ask about some technical stuff related to music, but it seems a little less important now after all that. But, you know.
technical stuff.
Yeah, but I was going to ask, like, do you guys use set lists, or do you kind of spontaneously work your way through a set?
I would say we do set lists, but then occasionally, in the middle of a show, we'll call an audible.
Yeah.
And change something.
Yeah.
Because
sometimes we'll win it.
You're trying to read the crowd and sort of anticipate, what might make sense at the time.
Right. Yeah.
It's sort of, it's all about the mood and leaving an experience for the audience that is like, emotional and energetic, and you're just trying to really make a connection with the audience. So sometimes we'll just, throw an audience, but we'll throw an audible, like I said, but generally speaking, we write a set list. And it's a lot. It's a vast amount of material.
Oh, of course.
It's been decades of making music. Yeah.
And do you tend to stick mostly to a script, or do you use a lot of improvisation throughout your work?
I think, like, at this point, because Angelo and I have been, like, playing together for so long, I don't know, it's almost like it's telepathic musically. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, it's just, we'll be on some telepathy. Shit, really.
Yeah.
Like, third eye,
Yeah, and like there's a lot of that. There's a lot of like like Chris said, we can we got a little third eye vision and connection and also and stuff like that. However, at least for me, I've become accustomed to sticking to the script because with the different lineup changes of Fishbone and the new heads coming in and out, they have to learn the material, and the new guys, either the new guys or the guys that were there and have gone and have come back, I find myself having to stick to the script because they're learning the material over again. And so when they're learning the material from their perspective and their energy and their vibe, I have to learn. It's like almost I have to learn it over again from their perception. And so I find myself having to stick to the script a lot just to make sure that I'm like the dependable stationary element in the band, because I've been here the whole time, and I've been in the same spot the whole time, and so as I've seen guys come and go with their different interpretations of the music and stuff like that, I find myself having to where I am as a station as a reference that has been immovable. So I find myself doing that, and I also find myself looking for a way and a reason to stretch out and kind of change it up a bit, because I always have to try and reinvent myself with this journey of Fishbone a lot of the times. because you never want to stay stuck in the same place either. It's almost like a contradiction. It's like I felt like I just contradicted myself, but that's just the way it is. I go through a lot of contradictory evolutions while I'm in Fishbone. Especially
he evolved yet stays the same. So I I don't feel that way. I feel like music should be fluid and listening to each other and like that. That's really what it is for me. Like I want to vibe and listen. It's such a interaction going on with the audience that I just I'm trying to do that because it seems like more authentic and honest.
Yeah.
But I have to jump into this other thing right now, y'all. I'm sorry.
Well, I've enjoyed talking to you, Chris.
Hey, thank you, man, for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you for your time.
And by the way, I know I got to go too because I got a bunch of shit that's knocking on the door for me. But look, I just wanted to say,
I'll talk to you later.
Okay, hey Chris, thanks a lot, man.
Okay. All right, man. Bye-bye.
Final words?
So, are you still there?
I'm right here, waiting on your
You still there?
last words here. I'm right here.
Oh, my last words, right. So we have solo projects, right? So Chris has a solo project called the CD Orchestra, which is really good, because Fishbone isn't the only thing that we have when it comes to getting out our ideas and our concepts and music and our creativity and productivity. So that's one of Chris's things that he has is the CD Orchestra. He has Wax and he has a 45 as well. And I have other projects called Dr. Man Vibe and the Missing Links, which is my poetry. I have 2 books. Actually, I have 4 books out, 2 comic books. Actually, I got 3 comic books. Hold on. One's called Jaja on the Telephone, which comes with music. Another one is called Nate Procrast, or the Procrastinate. And another one called Mad Vibe in Dub, which is a English-Japanese translation book with art by Masai Mizuyama in the Mad Vibe in Dub, as well as Nate Procrast, as well as Jaja on the Telephone. Jaja on the Telephone is about calling God on the phone, but it's hard to get through because the line is busy. Because everybody's trying to call God right now, and the line is crazy fucking busy up there. It's backed up, so everybody's trying to get through. And I also have 2 other books, full-length books, which include art, lyrics, stories, and they can include an audio book. One's called The Olegna Phenomenon, which I consider my social studies book. And another one is my music book called Ska Do, Ska Don't, which is a collaboration book. It's like a Japanese-based type of thing where I did some collaboration with some Japanese artists as well as Christine Forbes from the Scotch Bonnets out of Baltimore, where it comes with a USB port card. It comes with a USB drive in the book. You put it in your computer or your car, and you can listen to the music while you read along, or you can listen to me narrating the stories as you read along and view the art and listen to the stories too.
I like that.
And so we have a lot of that stuff going on, plus a couple of videos and stuff that are out there, man. I mean, I got a YouTube channel with some of my little short movies that I have on there and videos, and there were just 2 movies that were released, man. One is called In Betweening by Mel House, and another one called Rufus. Really fucked up, unusual shit. That's that's the abbreviation for really unusual, fucked up shit, and it's called Rufus, and that's Mars. And the Rufus movie is a horror movie, and In Betweening is a kind of like it's a movie about this reporter, black-white reporter, and he's trying to shop his script in Hollywood, and the people that he's shopping his script to They just want him to change it into something that is not. And so I'm his spirit creature that comes in and out of his journey throughout the movie, telling him, you don't have to change your shit for these people, man. You just do what you want because you don't want to be regretting it later. And so these movies are out. One is on Netflix. Another one is on Tubi. Actually, my documentary called Forevermore is on Tubi. It's a documentary on me and my band called The Missing Links and The Brand Step. I have another project called The Brand New Step, which is my more contemporary pop project called The Brand New Step, and I got a shit ton of videos on YouTube on The Brand New Step. And then there's, of course, the Fishbone video, short documentary called Everyday Sunshine. So it's a lot out there, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a lot out there. Fishbone.net. You can go there, drmadvibe.com, drmadvibe.com, or brandnewstep.com. And you can check all of those out too, man. So we got a lot going on here in the underground.
Yeah.
And, you know, we figure, well, the underground may be a little dirty, but the roots are dependable and sturdy.
Mm.
And that's where we thrive, mainly in the underground. You know, and we're glad when people from pop culture get to tap into some of the roots and check it out, because even after the tree is cut down, man, the roots are still there.
Mm. That's true.
Actually, the roots spread out wider than the treetop does.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. And I got stuff. I got an album coming out with this band called Butterbrain. I produced this band called Butterbrain out of Rockaway, and so I produced a couple of songs on their record. I'll be going out with them sometime in December in Miami for Art Basel. And I got this. Man, I got a bunch of shit coming out. You'll hear about it. You'll hear about it, man. I could go on and on and on about shit, you know. Yeah.
I just wanted to say before you got off the phone that it means a lot that you were willing to spend time out of your day to have a conversation with me. And I consider you all to be great artists. And thank you for letting me talk to you.
You are so welcome, man. You're so welcome. I appreciate you having us.
All right, man. You have a great evening.
Okay, hey, you too, man. You take care.
Bye-bye.
And check out them videos. Oh, wait a minute.
I'll
Are you
check
recording this?
The whole time, yeah.
Okay, look, so let me lay this poetry on you, man, because this is a poem that I was doing on some of our Fishbone shows on this last Less Than Jake, because we went out on tour with Less Than Jake for like two runs with Less Than Jake, Bite Me Bambi, Suicide Machines, and Cat Bite.
Nice.
And so when we would have our off shows, I would always say this poem at the end of shows to reflect on the days that we're living in now. And it's a poem, it's a poetry piece, also a song on my project called Project Infidelica, but it's a really great poetry piece. Blackout. You still there?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, it goes like this. All right, vacation time is over. You've had enough time to air your head out. We've been waiting for you here at the office, and the company will fail without you. So off with that stupid Moroccan outfit. Here's your suit and tie just where you left it. Red and black genocide and ethnic cleansing. We got millions of dollars sunk in this fear-based investment. Your pinstripe suit of armor and your bulletproof vest, bottomless black credit card and God complex, and an endless access with everything to withdraw from senseless murder down to straight-up breaking the law. The Blue Klux Klan and the KKK posse prepared to kill darkies and La Raza. Don't you worry about a thing if it's caught on camera phone. Use your get-out-of-jail-free card and we'll escort you right back home. Well, black and red lives don't matter. Time to kill for the red, white, and blue. You don't remember the oath you took? Well, we sure do. And you swore it on the dollar bill and the necro in the Comic-Con. You said you didn't care how the peaceful white folks look. They're only pawns. Sacrifices and the beatdowns go on and on and on. Project Blackout. Project Blackout. Snap out of it, man. Screw that hippy dip, patchouli, and beaded necklace. You've been living on the mountainside too long with the natives, and we're hardly mistaken if you think education is going to save them. Because we're scared to death and full of fear, so we're killing. What we don't understand, it might be a threat to our men, women, and children. Causing a divide by hatred, but don't you know that love is the answer, and it's top shelf and sacred. It's the reason why we're here. It's the reason why we're living. It's the reason for the answer. That's why your heart's beating. 545 in Congress on the inside, in USA on the outside. As long as we keep them in the dark and keep them all from being smart, saturating the airwaves with low frequency and debauchery and white privilege and prejudice and lack of education. Project Blackout. Project Blackout. And there it is, and that's what's happening today.
That was great. I love it.
There you go, man. And if you got the Project Infidelica record, you can hear all that with music behind it.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Okay, that's it, man. I'll let you go with that one.
All right. Have a great night, man.
All right, you have a good one, brother. Peace.
Bye. That was something.